Welcome to Yeshua Kids Garden.
Hi there, my name is Malak of Yeshua Kids Garden, and I'm here today to continue the study of last time when we read from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verses 1 to 10. Today, we're going to be reading the part 2 from the verse 11 all the way to the last verse 18. Okay, still on the same chapter. Alright. Hey, before we continue, I would like to also remind you to like this video and of course all our other videos, subscribe, and if you have any comments or ideas or contributions or questions you would like answered regarding the study or anything you might have, be sure to leave them down in the comment section. Okay, great. Oh, yes. Please remember also to share our videos. This way, we are able to touch more lives. Great. So, are you ready for today's study? I know I am. Are you? Of course you are. Just as I am. Alright, now, let's continue with part 2. Good. Now, verse 11. Remember that we're reading from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 11. Now, 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. Now, Most High is a loving Father, and today, on this verse, we get an idea of some of his other attributes, which are the fact that the Most High is pitiful, meaning that he shows great mercy looking upon our afflictions. Also, an interesting word today is long-suffering. It means that the Most High is patient, slow to anger, slow to judgment. Also, he patiently waits to see whether you will remain with him or not. Okay? So, now, this verse also shows us that the Most High shows great compassion and care towards our afflictions. So, when we go through hard times, the Most High looks upon us to save us from our affliction. Good. Now, verse 12. Woe be to fearful hearts, and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Now, what does woe mean? Woe simply means destruction. Now, if you move away from the Father because you are fearful or because the time of temptation has come, as we had studied during the last time, the devil comes series of trials and afflictions just to move us away from the Father. Now, if we show fear and we begin to waver and we are faint-hearted, meaning we lose hope in the Father, right? Then destruction will come upon us, because then the Father will see this boy or this girl does not have trust in him. So, we need to remain heavily with the Father, having faith that he will come true for us. Alright, so now let's move on to verse 13, okay? It says, Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. So the Most High, being a God who is long-suffering and patient, and watches upon your actions, if he sees that you have lost faith, if he sees that you do no longer believe in him, he will leave you, because you have shown a lack of faith in his power and what he is able to do, being a great and marvelous God. So, in this case, if you do such, the Most High would leave you to destruction, because you have shown that you do not trust in his power. And that's why it says, Woe. woe simply meaning destruction, great destruction. So, the Father is loving, caring, and He just needs to see that you have just enough faith. Alright, now let's move on to verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Now destruction unto those who lose patience in the Most High, saying, the Most High has abandoned me. No, He is watching, being long-suffering, as He too also is patiently observing to see whether you would trust in Him, whether you would remain. We need to show Him that we trust in Him. Also, the Most High visits those who do not trust in Him. Judgment at the end. Good. Now let's move on. Alright, so now we are in verse 15. Let's read. It says, They that fear the Lord will not disobey His word, and they that love Him will keep His ways. What are the ways, and what is the word of the Most High? His ways and His word are simply the commandments of God, doing that which He commands us to do, and part of which is believing in Him, okay? Having faith that He would come through for us in all matters of life, and in all situations, both great and small. Okay, now let's move on. Now, we're in the book of Ecclesiasticus once again, chapter 2, and this time we are reading from verse 16. Okay, it says, They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well, pleasing unto Him, and they that love Him shall be filled with the Lord. Remember, I told you before that the love of the Most High is shown by the keeping of His law. Okay, that's how we show Him that we love Him. Yes, yes, that's how even our earthly fathers, we show them that we love them. Okay, good. Now let's continue. Now it says in the book of Ecclesiasticus, now we're going to be reading from verse 17 of chapter 2. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in His sight. Now, if you fear the Lord, you will prepare your heart, firstly, because you know that temptations will come. Also, you will prepare your heart for the keeping of the law, understanding that in this sinful world, forces us sometimes to want to tend to the direction of sin. We have to resist that, knowing that the flesh tries to pull us to sin. So, in this case, particularly with this verse, we have to prepare our hearts and humble our souls in the sight of Him. Humbling ourselves means bowing down, submitting ourselves to His rulership, His eternal supreme power, and only in Him shall we find true and everlasting solution to our problems. Alright, now let's move on to the final verse of the day. Verse 18, it says, saying, We will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as His majesty is, so is His mercy. Now, in all situations, especially when we come before a power that is greater than us, that seems to want to force us to do things that are contrary to the laws of God, here we have to show that we trust Him. We have to show that we fear the Most High more than this man or this power that is earthly, that is trying to force us to do things that are contrary to the ways of God. We must show that God is supreme. So it is better that we fear falling into the hands of God than into the hands of man, understanding that the Most High both destroys in the judgment, flesh and soul. It means that there is an eternal punishment for those who have not shown fear or love for him. So, in all, I know fear sounds, ooh, no. Fear is simply love and a great reverence for his power, not that we should flee from him. Also, fear is knowing that he can destroy us, but he chooses to give us grace.
Yeah, my name is Taruar. Taruar of Yashar Kids Garden. Okay, my name is Taruar, the cool one. Yeah, I said it. I'm the cool one. Yeah. Okay, so just kidding, by the way. Gotta be humble here. Okay, so now my name is Taruar, and I'm the guy with the announcements, the informations, and the reminders. So, speaking of reminders, if you are yet to subscribe to all our platforms, subscribe to us and follow us on TikTok at YasharKidsGarden.ykg, Instagram, Yashar Kids Garden, and lastly, on YouTube. Come on, you want to take a guess? Yashar Kids Garden as well. Okay, so follow us on all these platforms. It's really that easy. This way, you never miss out on anything. So come on now, it's just a button. Click it. Click the subscribe. Click the follow. Come on now. Click it. Click it. Click it. Come on, click it. Alright, so now the announcements. In some time and over a period of time, we will be organizing some quiz which you will have the chance to participate in. Alright, so now what will the quizzes be based on? It will be based on what we've learned so far. I will be the host and I will be asking the questions based on all we have treated in the past. So, people with the correct answers will be selected at random for a gift or cash prize, which will be issued by our sponsor for today. So, just before we introduce you to our sponsor, in case you would like to join our community, WhatsApp to be precise, or follow our channel on WhatsApp as well, the link is in the description. Come on now, be with the cool team. Yeah, the cool team. Okay, now back to our sponsor. So now, who is our sponsor? Who is that awesome entity, or what is that awesome entity that is helping us out, or that is showing us the great support that we need to make this show a success? So now let's get to it. Our sponsor for today, and our primary sponsor in all, is DistressSales.net, a platform where you can buy distress sales items. Also sell, of course. And you know what? Sign up is free. Who does that if not DistressSales.net? So join in today, join their platform, and actually see and sell, view, and buy. Okay, distress sales items. Okay, so check it out. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what they do, their advert will be right on the side over here, and I'm just gonna be here keeping quiet. Right on the side here will be their advert. That way you understand what they're really all about. Okay. All right, so I'll be on the side.
Where economy just they fail. Come with sapa way no fit explain. You get brand where they sell we go pay.
We go pay, go pay, go
Hey,
pay.
look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me, go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick, and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money, they do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, where you there, so my manana, distress sales. My manana, distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress. Ayo, we got no distress. No stress. We got no.
True. Everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Be like say things they share for this website. Let me go check out this website, man.